Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be reviewing the GPI case, what makes your Raspberry Pi look like a Game Boy handheld. And before we get started, I just want to say that these videos are 100% not sponsored and I don't get any revenue from these videos. So I might have a Patreon link in the video description if you want to help support me so I can keep on doing these reviews. So now enough talk, let's get started. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the back of the box. On the back of the box, there's instructions and it also tells you what things are included. We have the cable, power, micro SD, volume, contrast, phones, and we got more stuff. Now please note the contrast is actually brightness. Let's take a look what's inside the box. First of all, we got a instruction manual. Second, we have a screwdriver with the screws included, DC connector, and you get the Game Boy case itself and a cartridge. And that's it in the box. Okay, let's take a look at the device itself. Now, I've already set it up, but you will need to set it up as it's not pre-setted. Okay, so once you've read the instructions, you've followed the manual and built the device, you will now need to insert the batteries and we can now power it on and see if it works. And this is a really cool device as it makes your Raspberry Pi Zero portable. This case takes 3 batteries and those batteries are AAs. And the AA batteries I used were some Panasonic ones. And once you're done, it's now time to put the battery cover on. Oh, we got a light. So when powering the device up, I got a light and then the light just turned off. And I think it was because of my batteries. So I tried plugging in the DC, what came with it. So now that it's plugged in, let's see if it works. Oh, it's holding it. No. So it was finally getting juice, but the screen wasn't working. And do you know what the reason why it wasn't working? Well, it's because I did not install the drivers. Okay, so I went to their website, installed the drivers, and finally the screen worked. Yes! It's working! And there she is. We actually got it working, so it was just the patches what we needed to install. Oh, the screen just went weird for a sec, but now it's back to normal. I think while I was rebooting it, the screen went all weird, but there it is! It's working! Right, let's now get back to the setup. And before we continue with the setup, I just want to say a big sorry for that audio. It's because I was so excited. But let's get back to the setup. Oh my god, it's just the batteries were not working. Press and hold A to continue. But then the buttons weren't working. And I had to buy a new board because apparently the board was broken. And there was a little ribbon cable. The new board cost me about £14 and it arrived in 2 days. But there we go, now the buttons are working. So that little ribbon cable was broken. And now it's time for the review. But before we do it, I just want to say that I've now upgraded to an iMac. And my old monitor is being used as a second monitor and also a monitor for my Windows computers and projects such as a Raspberry Pi. Guys, here it is, and I'm going to compare it with a Raspberry Pi 0W. And the reason why I have a spare one lying around is because I tried to do a soldering tutorial, but I ended up breaking this Raspberry Pi. So that's why I brought a new solderless Raspberry Pi. And if you're going to buy this and you don't have a Raspberry Pi, please make sure you do not buy a Raspberry Pi with soldered pins on it, pre-soldered pins, as this is a non-solder build and you will not require any pins. And it basically has contacts in the board in here. There's like contacts for the pins, and that's how it's light the cartridge. That's how the cartridge is light, because there's no soldered pins. So make sure you buy the correct Raspberry Pi without the pins, the headers, basically the lines up the top, the metal things. So let's turn it on and let's have a look how this is. Okay, so everything's booted, and as you can see, this is the screen. As you can see, I'm running Retroflag on here, and it runs really nice and smooth on here, as you can see. And if you see here, there's a little screen tearing, if you can see that, but it doesn't really matter to me. And the speakers don't sound good because I probably blew them up. So let's launch up a game. I've got some games on here, as you can see. Let's just demonstrate with Mario Kart Super Circuit. Okay, so here we go. The game is now booting, and here we go. So just to let you know, the Raspberry Pi actually performs really well with GPI games, and I'm not kidding. So here we are. Let's go ahead and skip that. So yeah, look, everything's nice and smooth. All the buttons work. So yeah, everything's smooth, as you can see, for a Raspberry Pi 0, and I don't notice any difference to a original Game Boy Advance. So I'm just gonna launch up the game real quickly. So we'll just do a mushroom cup. So yeah, this runs very well, as you can see, with Game Boy Advance. And I'm just gonna do just a little benchmark for you guys. So here we go. As you can see, I use these buttons here, and as you can see, everything runs absolutely fine. And if you want to quit a game, you just press start and select, and there we are. You can quit the game, and you can play whatever you want. Well, except from like PlayStation and all that stuff. This is a really nice product, and I'm now going to get into the speakers, and I'm going to basically just show you and tell you how they sound. Okay guys, we are going to be testing my blowing up speakers on this thing with Sonic 3, as it has a very recognisable theme tune. So let's turn up the speakers and let's have a listen. So it's very quiet, very quiet, and it doesn't sound good. Here's the Sega. Doesn't sound good. So yeah, I think I blew up the speaker, but I can just plug in some wireless headphones and it'll be fine. So this is it, the box, what the spare cartridge came in, and I just wanted to show you it. Anyway, I just want to talk about the shaky cams. You may be like in the comments, you may be like, hey Sam, why is the camera shaky? Just get a tripod. Well, in next year, I'm going to be getting a tripod, and it's going to be like this. It's going to be a heads-up tripod, I can zoom it in and out. So there'll be no more shaking cams. And also, you may have noticed that the audio is muffly like this. And that's because I keep on putting my hand over the mic. So I'm really sorry about that. But once I got my tripod, it will be really good sound quality. So in 2021, put that on your calendar, Everything is going to be professional and absolutely good. So that's it for my review. Okay guys, and I'm just going to give you a sneak peek of the next video. It's going to be a earbud review. And then in 2021, I'm going to be doing a tripod review, like I just said. So you don't miss those videos, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. And also make sure you like and comment on what video I should do next, as I'm actually running low on suggestions right now. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing, this review. You can buy the product in the description. So, thank you very much for watching. I'm Sam. Peace out. Thanks for watching Tech Network.